Hi, I'm Annette from Surplus for Business. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you've enjoyed my other videos. Today I'd like to teach you some different options on why an item is worth more money than other items and how to look for better items so that you can hopefully make more money on eBay. Let's get to it. I'd like to compare two items here. We have two crystal animals. One of them is a small rabbit, the other is an elephant. They're both about the same size and both crystal. This one is more smooth in color. This one has lots of detail. Any idea which is worth more money? This one. You have to check the bottoms of items also when you're shopping. This one is marked on the bottom with an acid mark, and it is also signed on the side, Baccarat. This one is Princess House. Also a nice item, but sold at parties in the United States, a crystal company. Let's take a look at these items. I have two silver pieces here. One is a candlestick and one is a vase. Both definitely need polishing. One's open on the bottom, lots of markings. The other just has a marking on the bottom. Which one do you think is worth more money? Okay, this one is worth more money. This item is actually sterling. That means all of this is sterling. This piece down here, it is marked on the bottom, but it's weighted, meaning there's sand inside of here. Not a lot of value in this portion of it, but this is all sterling. Definitely worth money, even on a scrap market. If you see my other video, you see how I can sell some of my sterling scrap. But this is definitely worth more money. And this one is silver plated. It is hallmarked, and someone has even inscribed in the bottom. But there's not a lot of value in silver plated items at the moment. So you gotta go with what's in demand, and it would be this item. Okay, we have two little figurine bears. Both beautiful. You can see the detail to them. Let's take a close look at them and see if you can figure out which one's worth more money. We have this bear here. This is what it looks like on the bottom. It's got gold accents, about the same size. Very cute. And this one here, also gold accents, all the way around. It has markings on the bottom. Which one's worth more money? This one is worth more money. This item is a Royal Crown Derby. That is a collectible item, comes out of England, and people look specifically for Royal Crown Derby. This item actually was created manufactured in Japan. It does not have any markings on the bottom, but it's what you might consider a copycat, so a lighter, less expensive version, and it comes from Japan. This one's better. Let's take a look at the next item. Let's take a look at some silverware. Can you tell the difference between the two? We've got one that's silver and the other that's gold. Here's the two different varieties. This one has hallmarks. It says Gorham, sterling, Melrose. And this item is Old Chelsea, silversmith. Gold in color, silver in color. Which do you think is worth more? Well, I'll tell you what, there's a tremendous difference. This one is worth considerably more money than this. This is stainless and this is sterling. And sterling is always worth much more money than stainless. Next, I have some crystal stemware. Very similar in shape and size, two different. Which one is worth more money? I'm going to tell you how to figure that out. If you look at them carefully, I would suggest using your Google Lens on these items, because Google Lens, if you take a photo of it with your Google Lens, it'll match up very similar items. And the winner of which one's worth more money is this one. This is actually a baccarat piece, also very high quality crystal. It is marked on the bottom with an acid mark. And this item here, still a very good piece, is made by Mikasa, and it's the Ritz pattern. But you wouldn't know that because it's not. Sports cards, trading cards. Well, we've got some sports cards here today. Do you think you can tell which one is worth more money and which group is better? These are things a lot of people don't know. And I'll tell you what, take a good look at them, and I'm going to have an expert tell you which one is better than the other. This is my son Grant. He has his own site, and I'll put a link to his eBay store, and he sells all these types of cards.
All right, hi, I'm Grant. So, starting with the most valuable, this card right here. Number 2, this is Andrew Vaughn. This is what you call an RPA, rookie, piece of his jersey, so a patch and an autograph. Only 50 of these cards exist, and I'd put a value on this around 100 to 150. Second most valuable is this card over here, number 5. This is a Hall of Fame basketball player, Sam Jones. Has the autograph down there with authentication. This piece I'd value at $100. Third most valuable is this. This is a nice piece of his jersey with the old Washington Redskins logo. And even though this isn't a great player, Sammy Perrine, it's still going to be worth some money because it's an old logo. And only 19 of these exist. I'd put a value on this around $50. This card, it's a Joey Votto rookie card. He's a semi-star player, and this was made in 2008. I'd put a value on this around $5. And this is the least valuable. These are what you call junk wax cards between 1986 and 1993. And almost no cards from that time period have any value unless it's Derek Jeter, 1991 Desert Shield baseball cards, or Topps Tiffany baseball cards.
I've got a couple autograph cards. Let's have Grant tell us about those too.
Alright, so here I have 2 autograph cards. This one, Alex Manoah, is worth more because you see down here it's numbered out of 25. And he's a lot better at the game of baseball than this guy, Chas McCormick. Even though they're both rookies, this one is still worth more than this one.
I have some Christmas ornaments, which are very good sellers. But which group is worth more money? Let's take a look and see. You can see that this ornament has tags on the top, looks like it's a little bit older, and it does have a box. It's larger, and then we have 4 smaller ornaments, all made of glass, hand done, very similar. Which do you think is worth more money? 1 or 2? Well, the answer is 1. This is a Christopher Radko ornament, which is actually a designer piece. Christopher Radko made a lot of ornaments. Because it happens to have the tags on it here, showing what it is and the details, and it's coming with the original box, causes this item to be worth quite a bit more money than these. These are old world Christmas ornaments, also nice items, but this one is definitely worth more. Next, we're going to compare some trains, and I have an expert to help me. This is my husband, Andy, and he knows everything about trains. Andy, let's tell the difference between these two. Which one is more valuable?
So what we have here is 2 G-scale trains, and one is much more valuable than the other. I don't know which way you can see that, but this one is less expensive. This is made by Bachmann. This is made by ACCUTECK. This one's brass. This one's plastic. This is 1/32 scale. This is 1/24 scale. They're both run on G-scale track, but if you find this out in the wild, you're going to see a huge price difference, and mainly the difference is the brass versus the plastic. And they're both made in China, but this one is only worth $20. This one's worth $500.
And this one is tremendously heavier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the
There's
brass.
no different, I mean, there's a tremendous difference in the weight when you feel them. Okay, thanks. We've got another train item I'd like to show them also. Let's bring that in.
Okay, now we're switching gears to O scale, and I want to show you a comparison as well. We have 4 examples here. Can you, again, pick out the lowest to the highest? They're all different materials. This one is tin plate, this is tin plate, plastic, and this one's plastic and die cast. So any ideas? Well, basically it's from right to left, my right to your left, or your left to your right, lowest to highest. So this is about $10, it's about $15, it's about $18, and this is $50. So name makes a big difference. Williams is better than Lionel, Lionel a little bit better than American Flyer, American Flyer a little bit better than Marks. Material also makes a difference. Year also makes a difference. This is actually the oldest, this is the second oldest, this is the next oldest, and then this is the newest. So year makes a difference, name makes a difference, also the product. These are all cabooses. If we were comparing unlike products, cabooses are worth more than freight cars, etc., etc. Now, I wanted to show you another example that I didn't have one specifically in a caboose, MTH. MTH, these particular products, these are the premier line, the purple boxes, very, very sought after, very, very high value. This is about $100, and in a caboose would be about $75, $80 as well. So to give me an idea, the MTH would be probably now the most sought after product. Now switching gears to electronics. Here we have 2 extreme examples. One is a vintage Sensui receiver, and then the most modern Onkyo receiver. Has a remote, Bluetooth, every single newest option as far as USB plugins and video plugins and whatnot, to vintage solid state first generation receivers. So here, what do you think? New technology, old technology, which one's worth more? I'll give you a few seconds. Okay, the answer is old technology. People love the sound of old technology, and they want to match the sound to their albums. So when they're playing their albums, they want that vintage solid state electronics and circuitry. So this Sensui is worth about $150. This brand new technology is worth about $65. So big difference in price, and really a big difference in technology.
Thanks to Andy for his help on those items. Now, the final item we're going to show you today are some plates, so that you can see which one is worth more and why. So let's take a look at them. In general, Christmas plates sell very well. They're very desirable. We also have another plate here that features birds and insects. So we have a plate here. This is by Nico. This is by Heron and Lennox. Which one do you think is worth more money? The answer is this item. This is a plate from Heron. A little difficult to tell, but it's a very old plate. They still have it in manufacture. Very desirable. Next would be this plate by Lennox. Has the gold trim, has the mark on the back of Lennox, and then finally would be the Nico plate. And these are all things that you can find. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing the differences between the items. It'll give you a little bit of knowledge when you're out and about, when you're hitting different stores, buying collections from people, on what exactly is worth more money and why. So thanks again for watching. I hope you'd like to like the video, subscribe, and if you have any comments or are looking for special things that you'd like to learn about, leave a comment down below. You're also welcome to check out my eBay store. Thanks again for watching.